few days later, Marilyn was impatient to see the result of this session. She had a feeling they would be special.
When I'm doing what I want to do sometimes, and on Monday...
Wearing a classic long cashmere overcoat, a gift from Milton Green, she looked like the heroine of a film noir. The sort of enigmatic blonde who bewitches the detective, but leaves the audience wondering whether she's on the side of good or evil.
From 11 to 1, and then
Perhaps she had simply become an adept of Strasberg's new religion.
from 2:30 to 4:30.
Marilyn always dreamt of being an actress. She didn't, by the way, dream of being a star. She dreamt of being an actress. And she had always lived somehow with that dream. And that is why, despite the fact that she became one of the unusual and outstanding stars of all time, she herself was never satisfied. When she came to New York, she began to perceive the possibilities of really accomplishing her dream of being an actress. When Marilyn was here at the studio, she always sat in the same place, which was way at the end there in the last row.
She was wiser, more disciplined, and she was back at school. As a child, she'd often wondered about the father she never knew, and her mother finally showed her a photograph of a man wearing a hat and sporting a moustache like Clark Gable.
Clark Gable, I'm sure he won't mind if I say it, because in a Freudian sense, it's supposed to be very good. I used to always think of him as my father. I pretended.
I've always felt I'm nobody, said Marilyn, and for me, the only way to be somebody was to be somebody else. That's probably why I wanted to become an actress. Marilyn was quite happy to use her fame to help the cause of the Actors Studio and to show up at a party held in the honor of Strasberg's sect. The real actors she so admired were all there. What did she say that day to Marlon Brando? It was he, after all, who had said after filming A Streetcar Named Desire that it was Strasberg's method which had made a real actor of him. On the 25th of February 1956, Marilyn arrived in Los Angeles for the shooting of Bus Stop, another project instigated by Milton Green. It was her first time back in Hollywood in over a year. Strasberg sent his wife, Paula, along to check that his method was followed to the letter. The local press quizzed Marilyn about her transformation.
Marilyn, are you happy to come back and do this picture? Are you pleased with the picture Bus Stop? Oh, yes, very much. I'm looking forward to working with Josh Logan and doing the picture, and it's good to be back.
You're wearing a high set now. The last time I saw you wear it. Is this a new Marilyn, a new style?
No, I'm the same person, but it's a different suit.
Prudence, modesty, whatever the case, she was careful not to get into any confrontation with the journalists. Off to Sun Valley, Idaho, the small town where the exteriors were to be shot. Marilyn played the role of Sherry, a talentless barroom singer dreaming of fame and glory while vegetating in a dingy little southern cabaret.
Oh, like magic has me in its spell.
Tensions on the set ran high.
Like magic.
Marilyn had a breakdown and had to stop work for 2 weeks. She demanded her psychoanalyst, and the production company brought her right across the United States to see to Marilyn's well-being.
Jerry, wait a sec. Jerry, wait. Jerry!
Bus Stop was nevertheless the first film of her new life, and as she had wished, the character was like none she had ever played before.
I wish you was going back to the ranch more than anything I know.
You do?
Yeah.
Why, I'd go anywhere in the world with you now.
Everything was different from the old Hollywood-era Marilyn, even down to her makeup and the southern drawl she was able to dredge up from somewhere deep inside herself. It wasn't the voice that everyone had come to know. The white makeup was Milton's idea, accentuating the pathetic nature of the role. Marilyn managed to create a tragicomic character of desperate sexuality, blind to her own failure, and many believed that it was her greatest film. She would probably have been nominated for an Oscar had Hollywood not once again decided to snub her by nominating her insipid co-star in her place. But Marilyn's thoughts were not on Oscar nominations. Going by the name of Mrs. Leslie, she made telephone calls to a certain Mr. Leslie in Pyramid Lake, Nevada. It was none other than Arthur Miller, whom she sometimes met in secret. He was waiting for his divorce to be made final in Reno so that their relationship, an open secret for a long time now, could be made official.
So you gave me a feeling of security, except you treated me as a human being. A very sensitive human being, you treated me.
2nd of June 1956. With the shooting of Bus Stop over, Marilyn went back to New York, accompanied by Milton Green. She had just turned 30, and she was drifting. As in this pool where she was photographed by Milton, who else? Drinking a toast to a world she was finding more and more tedious. Could Arthur Miller, whose own feet were planted firmly on the ground, give her the assurance she so needed since leaving Hollywood? The assurance, too, that she would never again be reduced to a sex object, for whom the casting couch was just part of the job. When I started out, all the girls did it. And if you didn't play along, well, there were 50 girls lining up behind you, waiting to take your place.